name is Luke Denman of the United States Army, and this, part 2 of the Sergeant Walker saga. In 2008, I was deployed with an old man named Staff Sergeant Walker, and the first thing of note that is worth mentioning that he did was he had
2 negligent discharges
in roughly 30 days. The first of which, we were doing our mount training. We roll into this fake city. We do a really good job of taking our objectives and yada yada. Well, we're getting our after action report, and as we're getting it, the NCO is explaining that we did an excellent job. We were strong in these areas, we were weak in these areas, and we really need to work on, bang! Negligent discharge. We had a lieutenant who, he was an E7 in the Marine Corps. He was a very, very serious guy, Lieutenant Litch. Props to Lieutenant Litch if you're watching, I love you. He went crazy. He's like, which one of you did it? Which one of you did it? He's like storming around, and we're like, I didn't have the negligent discharge, but I'm scared to death. I'm like, I'm spilling booze all over myself. It was awful. Staff Sergeant Walker, being the honest soul that he is, he's up on this rooftop, and he looks down at Lieutenant Litch, and he says, well, LT, I can't think of a single reason to lie to you, LT. I was listening to the AAR there, and I looked down at my rifle, and I noticed that my selector switch was rotated from save to semi, and I thought, that's a curious thing. And as I continued to inspect my rifle, I couldn't help but notice that my index finger, had placed itself upon the trigger finger, and I just fired it off, LT, and I'm real sorry about that. This was the first of 3 negligent discharges that he had. Which is shocking that he didn't get court-martialed from this, because I've always understand that negligent discharges are a very, very serious thing in the military. The second of which was during a training exercise where we're going down these lanes, and these pop-ups we're going down the lane, and a pop-up will come and we'll engage, and then we'll go down the lane, and then the pop-up comes and we engage. And he was so crazy during this that they pulled the range safety. Lane 7, go ahead and range safety back off, lane 7. He fired into the next 4 lanes on either direction. There was no safe zone. It was green on green all day. Stay tuned for part 3 of the Staff Sergeant Walker trilogy, the finale. Okay.